So ice time. Something interesting that's been posted on TSN by Travis Yost, who I respect his articles. And he shows guys that are getting more ice time this year than last year. And guys are getting less. So there's the obvious reasons. The number one differential, getting an extra 7 minutes per game, is Nate Schmidt in Vegas. He's at 22:30 right now for ice time. So 22 minutes and 30 seconds per game. The interesting thing about that is Washington right now, I would argue, could use a defenseman like Nate Schmidt. They gave him 15.29 for ice time last year. He's a really good defenseman, so we'll see. Chris Wagner, and I've been talking a lot about him with Anaheim with all the injuries. He's gone from 9.21 ice time to 15.36. That's thanks to Getzlaf and Kessler being out. He's played really, really well. It's been kind of fun to watch. The one that kind of surprises me a little bit is Kyle Connor going from 12.13 to 18.05. Just because I've watched a lot of Winnipeg games. Remember now, I only had 1 hour sleep last night, so bear with me. Connor, for me, hasn't been as prominent as I might have expected. Of course, this is a team with Scheifele, this is a team with Laine, this is a team with Wheeler. So when those guys are overshadowing you, you may not seem as important. Colton Sissons in Nashville goes from 11.07 to 16.41. I've always liked Colton Sissons, so that doesn't surprise me. The big surprise in Vancouver is Derek Dorsett, who had 9.56 for ice time last year, and Canuck fans would probably argue that was too much. This year he's got 15.27, and he has 7 goals already. So Travis Green sees something in Derek Dorsett that other coaches didn't. Props to Travis Green. And again, I'm going to go ahead and prop this guy up. What Travis Green has done in Vancouver is nothing short of miraculous. In that he's taken a team of, I'm not going to say misfits, but yeah, misfits. And he's made it a cohesive unit. So that's impressive. Marco Scandella, after getting to Buffalo, has gone from 18.20 to 23.49 for ice time. But of course, going from Minnesota to Buffalo, you're going to move up the depth chart. Minnesota's defense is pretty solid from top to bottom. Buffalo's is not. Steven Santini with New Jersey has gone from 16.05 to 20.58. So he's moving up. Matt Tennyson in Buffalo has gone from 13.17 to 18.16. Again, it's Buffalo defense. Brooks Orpik has gone from 17.47 to 22.32. That's a problem. That's a problem because Brooks Orpik, the more he plays, the less effective he is later on in the season. So if Orpik stays at a 22-32 type ice time per game, I can foresee a lot of problems with Washington on that blue line. Get Niskanen back now is what I'm saying. Josh Anderson's gone from 12.01 to 16.41. Hell yeah, I would say after you hold out on your team and you kind of try to hold a gun to their head, hey, you play him. You play him as much as he wants. There's 2 Vegas in a row here, William Karlsson and Brad Hunt. Brad Hunt's up to 19.06. I actually had somebody ask me about a week or 2 ago, who's this Brad Hunt? Where'd he come from? Sorry, I've got the computer on my lap, so the webcam's actually attached to the computer right now. It's right on the monitor, so I apologize if there's any stability issues. I'll try to fix that after I've uploaded it, but that's after I've uploaded it. Eric Johnson with Colorado has gone from 22.05 to 26.39. There's a problem in Colorado with defense, but Samuel Girard may fix that. John Carlson's gone from 22.43 to 27.14. Again, this is because Washington lost some depth in the offseason. Jimmy Hayes has gone from 9.14 with the Bruins last year to 13.41 with Jersey, and I understand he's playing better with Jersey. He was abysmal in Boston last year. I don't look at what he's doing in New Jersey and say, oh, if he was in Boston, maybe, because he wouldn't have done it in Boston. In Vancouver, Michael Del Zotto's gone from 19.30 to 23.48. And I like Del Zotto's game. I think Del Zotto's played relatively well. And, yeah, I'll stop with this one. Dustin Brown's gone from 16 minutes to 20.15. Getting an extra 4 minutes of 15 seconds per game is not anything to sneeze at. So when people say, oh, Brown won't keep it up, yeah, he can. He finally has a coach that believes in him again. His ice time was dwindling under Darryl Sutter. Now he's got a coach that says, all right, I'm going to put you out there. And he's striving with a coach that believes in him. Now, Players that have lost ice time. Number one on the list is Remy Ellie in Dallas, who's gone from 1538 to 954. He's a bit player anyways. That number could go back up depending on injuries ahead of him and whether he moves up the charts. I don't really read anything into that. Dmitry Kulikov with Winnipeg's gone from 2154 to 1623. And I think that's a big part of the reason why he's been relatively effective for Winnipeg as opposed to how he was last season. Because he's not being relied on for top 2 minutes or even top 4 production. And so he's producing more. The now relegated to the Los Angeles Kings from Edmonton, meaning promoted, because that's what relegated means. No, I'm just kidding. UC Jokinen. He had 17.25 in ice time last year. He had 12.19 with Edmonton. That's how much it wasn't working. Just wasn't working at all. Joel Armia in Winnipeg has gone from 15.08 to 10.04. He's lost 5 minutes per game. This is when he was supposed to be getting into his stride, and he was supposed to be becoming this offensive player. I know he wasn't necessarily expected to be 40 goal scorer, but he was expected to be a little more than what he's been so far in his career. So kind of disappointed there. Henrik Sedin has gone from 19.02 to 14.06. He's lost 4 minutes and 56 seconds per game. So it helps keep them fresh, and it also means that the Canucks are faster because the Sedins have definitely lost a step. So when you've got Besser, Horvat, and Berchi as your first line, that's a lot faster than the Sedins with Eriksson. In other news, water's wet. Tobias Enstrom's gone from 21.54 to 17.01. Good. Winnipeg's got a more balanced defense this year. And if you're demoting Enstrom a little bit, again, that will help his game. He'll perform better with less ice time, I believe. Nick Dowd in LA has gone from 12.27 to 7.41. Again, a depth guy. If somebody gets injured ahead of him, my guess is he gets the ice time back. Mike Camilleri. Hey, look, the guy who just got to Edmonton. Had 17.21 for ice time last year, 12.38 this year with the Kings. So Edmonton's, I think, planning on playing him more than he was getting played in LA. I don't know with Jokinen. Jokinen in LA may not get more than fourth line ice time. Hopefully he's happy with that. But Camilleri will get more ice time in Edmonton. I would look for some of his totals to get better. Connor Murphy in Chicago's gone from 19.11 that he had with Arizona last year to 14.34 this year. So there's been a lack of production from him, or which is related to his ice time, or they cut back his ice time because he wasn't producing. So it's one or the other. Daniel Sedin, keeping the family thing together, has gone from 18.23 per game to 14.05. So he's down 4 minutes and 18 seconds. This is why every time somebody says, you need to move on from the Sedins, I'm like, they have. You're not watching the games. They have. They sat an entire third period a week ago. They've moved on from the Sedins. Chris Kunitz has gone from 15.31 down to 11.15. Now that he's in Tampa. This one surprised me. Radek Faksa has gone from 16.10 to 12.03. And my reaction to that is, what the hell? Come on, Ken Hitchcock. Radek Faksa is your best defensive forward, and he can pitch in a few goals here and there. And he absolutely should get ice time. He's good on faceoffs. He's very, very intelligent in the way he plays. I'm stunned at the way some of these stars are being deployed this year by Ken Hitchcock. And right underneath him is Antoine Roussel, who's dropped from 15.31 to 11.28. Roussel's a pest. He's a bit of a prick. But the truth is that Roussel is kind of a glue guy for Dallas. So, seeing his ice time drop doesn't exactly make me happy either. And I'll end with this one. Yuri Laterra in Philly has gone from 15.11 to 11.11. So he's lost exactly 4 minutes. I've never been a huge fan of Laterra. It doesn't necessarily surprise me that his ice time's gone down. And again, sometimes players thrive with less ice time. So that could very well be the case here. So I guess out of the players on the list, who surprises you? Because we can't watch all 31 teams all the time. So, there's going to be guys who aren't getting ice time that we don't necessarily know much about. So let me know which one surprises you. Who's getting too much, who's getting too little, and who isn't on this list and is getting too much ice time and should get it cut back. Or vice versa. They're not getting a break from their coach and they need to get a break from their coach. They really desperately need a break from their coach. Or just a break from their coach in the form of a trade. So let me know what you guys think. Hit like and subscribe if you're browsing your way through. And yes, I'm up here because I'm insanely tired, mildly cranky, and for whatever reason, the kids downstairs, it's like they just binged on sugar all night, and there's no way of making them silent for 5 minutes so I can do a video. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.